Yes, in the place again. Yeah, for a moment, I thought about not doing tonight's edition. However, there was just such a vast confluence of thoughts about today in particular that I said, yes, I must persevere and go through. Yeah, man. Because life is nothing but a roller coaster. There's the ups and there's the downs. Yes, indeed. It's been a year since I lost my brother Hugh Barrington Perry. 1 year, May 24th, 2020. May 24th, 2021 marks one solid year, 365 days. However, it's more like 1,000 moments, 1,000 footsteps have been lost. But we must persevere and move on. Positive vibes as we go through. Yeah, so as I continue with my journey, friends, family, community. So once again, a couple of weeks ago, we had what is called in the perennial calendar of time, Mother's Day. So we celebrate, we give, we share, we talk, we get together, and we express our love for those among us who are mothers, for those who have mothers, for those who don't have mothers but find that special person in their lives that they call mothers. And our memory, childhood memories, adult memories, prepubescent memories of how our lives with our mothers shaped our own lives, created that foundation for us, wherein we are now adults and we can still reminisce. We're not languishing on the past, we're merely reminiscing. Whether it is the Saturday morning trips to Musgrave Market to get the right cut of beef, or the fresh vegetables, or the dasheen, or the pumpkin, or the yampi for the soup for Saturday. Yeah, man. Or the peas, for the rice and peas on Sunday with the brown stew chicken. Or going to church on Sunday morning, crying your heart out because you don't prefer to sleep, but your mother drag you to church. Yes, man. My memories of those times are so vivid, it's unbelievable. Port Antonio, Portland, the mystique. Yes, indeed. But here we are now, the journey in and around Port Antonio, at that point in time where I have to make some major decisions about my life. Yes. You do O levels, you go on to sixth form, you have to decide what career path you want to take, what's your journey gonna be like. And for me, between fifth and sixth form is kind of foggy, because my thought process was not about staying in school, but about what my journey beyond school was about to be. And in many instances, it was hilarious how I got from Port Antonio to Kingston. By this time, my mom was in Canada, and I was pretty much on my own. I had the opportunity to go to Canada to migrate, chose not to, because I'm a rebel. Didn't want to go to a foreign country. Didn't want to take up my roots and move away. There were times after that that I kind of regretted it, but then you move on with your life. Yes. So we live in this small town where your options are limited in terms of what kind of career path you wanna go down. Civil servant, the usual teacher, policeman, work with the parish council, work with the public works. There were many people around us who had what we saw as steady jobs. For me, there was a little medical practice next to Delmar Theatre, a man named Mr. Antonio, Dr. Antonio. And I always just envisioned myself going away and coming back as the person to take over that practice. But life's path and life's journey wasn't to be. It wasn't to be at all. But so be it. We had options. There are so many of us who never really had options. It wasn't like we were hopeless, but there were many options for a lot of people in our small town. So, I dabbled in a couple of things before I made my decision to pursue engineering. And that is when it became interesting. So, I had to go into the big city. And the physical journey into the big city, back then, it wasn't like you had access to motor vehicles where you could just drive yourself. And minibus wasn't like available like then. It was just a big bus, Mail bus, Victor bus, Tommy bus. Mr. Hall bus never really go to town. But Chinch transport from around Mannings Avenue. Yeah, man. Take that thing go to town one morning through Golden Grove. We pick up the market people in the Golden Grove in the St. Thomas to go to Coronation Market. The axe died on the wood floor. Oh my God. And that is where the journey began. So the decisions I had to make at that point in my life were on recommendation that you pursue some kind of tertiary education, whatever it was. Because by then I could undertake pretty much any aspect of higher learning that I chose to. And I ended up going into engineering. So that portion of my journey in and around Port Antonio slowly came to an end. Never left me. I never left Port Antonio mentally, but physically I moved out of Port Antonio in the summer of 1975. My memories of Port Antonio are so vivid. The foundation from Central to East Palm Avenue, to Prospect, to Bombrook, to Norwich, to Janga Gully. It's just so vivid in my mind that it would probably take another forum to get it all out over time. And that is the exciting development as part of this journey that I'm on. Just so you understand that in the very near future, I'm going to be collaborating with another Titchfield alum, Joel Muyong, to bring some of my stories to the fore, taking it out of just Facebook, but putting it on a bigger platform called Primal. And Joel will be feeding my contributions through Primal as we move forward. As you know, I really don't do shout-outs. But if I were to do shout-outs, I couldn't start and I couldn't end. But I just want to express my gratitude to Portland, the people of Portland. We call parts of Anata Bay Portland. We call Buff Bay Portland. We call Orange Bay, Black Hill, Hope Bay, St. Margaret's Bay. Yes man, Norwich, Bombrook, Janga Gully, Rice Peace, Baptist Avenue, West Palm Avenue, East Palm Avenue, Somerstown, West Street, Harbour Street, Foreshore Road, yes man, Blake Street, yeah man, East Palm Avenue, as we say, Breastwork, Wayne Road, Rio Grande Valley, Windsor Forest, Nonsuch, Long Bay, Manchineal. Can't stop, we can't start. Yes man. And there are so many characters that came out of our little town. Men, women who shaped our lives. They don't have to be a part of academia. They have to be part of the political centuries. We don't have to be part of the religion. Just people, market people. There are so many people who, when you see them, they're just this joy that they bring to your soul. Yeah man. Just people who we would term not in a good frame of mind. But you always remember them. Always. The characters we had in our little town. the football players, the cricketers, table tennis, people who play chess, our little town, shaped our lives. We never knew much criminality. We never knew, other than it used to be a big joke when you see the man them walking across from station to courthouse. And everybody, but I just man we are cuss bad or smoke little weed. No major problems in the town. Foundation, strong, positive energy we used to feel coming out of that little place. Yeah, man. So once again, the friends, the family, the community that shaped our lives, that made our lives rich and fulfilling. The storytellers, the dancers, the singers, the musicians. Yeah, man. The teachers, the policemen, the civil servants who shaped our lives out of that little town. That allowed us to take on bigger journeys, relentlessly and fearlessly. Yes, indeed. So for that, right now, this little missive that I do is going to be moved to a bigger portal with the help of Joel Muyong. So stay tuned for some additional information. But before I go, I just want to read the words, the lyrics from one of my favorite songs. It's Donny Hathaway's For All We Know. For all we know, we may never meet again. Before you go, make this moment sweet again. We won't say goodnight until the last minute. I'll hold out my hand and my heart will be in it. For all we know, this may only be a dream. We come and we go like the ripples of a stream. So love me. Love me tonight. Tomorrow was made for some. Tomorrow may never come. For all we know. Yes, indeed. Walk good. And as I say 1,000 times over, do no harm. Yeah, man. Take it easy.